We have spent an incredible week exploring the Isle of Skye, but all good things must come to an end. In this final video, join us as we go whisky tasting, explore abandoned mines, and go on the most stunning hike we've ever been on.
Good morning, everyone. Today we are taking a ferry from Sconser over to Raasay to go and do a distillery tour. Because you can't be in Scotland without doing a distillery tour.
I've never done a distillery tour before.
You don't even like whiskey.
I think it's mainly whiskey, but I think they do gin as well. But after our kitchen disco last night, I am not in the mood to smell or taste alcohol at all, so I'm not sure how it's going to be.
We're a little bit hungover. To be honest, being on a ferry is not helping.
No, but it's quite nice standing out on the deck.
So that's the plan for today. We're going to go do a whiskey and gin tasting tour.
We're not sure if we'll be able to film in there or not, so if we can, cool. If we can't, we'll just update you later.
Yeah, we'll try and sneak a few shots.
We came off the ferry and headed straight to the Isle of Raasay Distillery. There, we met a lovely man called Julian, who took us round and explained how the whiskey and gin was made. We couldn't get much footage there, but we did film the most important bit, the tasting.
Called chocolates of Blanchfield, and he started at 17 years old, made his own made chocolates. So he's in his mid-20s now, and actually is making some chocolates specifically prepared with our whiskey and our gin. So
that's really good.
So yeah, what did you think about the sherry finish?
I've read sherry fast.
Yeah. It's quite fruity.
I've come outside to try and spot some of the Highland cows that they feed the leftover barley, I think they said, too. And I also just needed some fresh air because I'm not a huge fan of whiskey and I'm hungover, so that was not a very pleasant tasting experience because I just felt so ill. It's so funny though, John and Lorraine, Tom's parents, are quite drunk from the tasting because I give them my ones that I didn't drink either. That's good though because I'm driving, so.
I won't lie to you, I feel a little bit tipsy.
Me too.
Yeah, but it was absolutely amazing learning how the whiskey process happens and how whiskey is made and how gin is made. Raasay Distillery is quite a young distillery. It's only been around since 2014 and they've only started the production line 4 years ago, so their first whiskey is only just coming out now. Now we're going to the community stores on Raasay to grab some food and then probably just explore this amazing island.
So we decided just to drive kind of aimlessly around Raasay Island to kind of see what there is. And we saw a sign for a little walking trail, so we just parked up in the car park and we've left Tom's parents in the car. And we're just going to quickly just run up this path and explore what's here. Apparently there's a mine number 2 of Raasay. So yeah, we're just gonna come and check it out. The colours in this forest are so stunning. Even though it's like winter and you know there's a lot of dead plants around, it's so vibrant and beautiful anyway, so yeah, we're just going to come and run and check it out. Not really in walking attire, so we won't go far.
The history of the mine is that in 1911, William Baird bought the rights to mine the island for iron ore, and so they spent the next 3 years building everything ready, and just as it was ready to go into production and start extracting the ore, the First World War broke out, and 36 men that lived on the island were called to go and fight in the war. And so no one was left to be able to mine anything, and it never got used. But I suppose it's quite nice that it was never used, because that means that we can enjoy it today.
Can I just say how stunning the colour of this moss is? It's like a yellow moss. Isn't it gorgeous?
It is really
so
pretty.
Gorgeous.
If anyone who's watching has watched any Not Another Adventure video before, you will know how much Hannah loves moss and trees. And if there's running water next to it, that's just even better.
And I always do a spongy test. Check how spongy the moss is. This, or that's like a 9.5 out of 10 sponge.
After reading up a little bit about the mines, we had to come and see mine 1 for ourselves. And it's just loads of buildings, just empty shell. Still got the original buildings from when this mine was operational. Mine 1 was actually operational. During the middle of the war, they got German prisoners of war to come and mine it. You can see old fireplaces, old chimneys from where they used to, I suppose, work and huddle and sleep. Unfortunately, the entrance to mine number 1 is closed, so you can no longer access it. But it's really cool just seeing the old buildings where they would have worked and slept. It's like stepping back in time. It's just a really interesting bit of history.
After exploring the mines a little more, we said goodbye to Raasay and headed back to Skye to search for a waterfall tucked away in Uig Wood.
The final place that we've come to on our Isle of Skye trip is the Quiraing,
We're not really sure how to say it. It's very lovely. It's actually getting quite warm now.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Absolutely stunning.
That'll do. That's all from me.
Special guest appearance from my sister there. So on the sign at the start of the walk, it even says, be careful, because most of this walk is in an area where rocks can just freely fall on your head.
Rocks are going to fall on us.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned this before we all started walking with no hard hats on.
Where would you source a hard hat here?
I always carry one with me.
I think this walk might have the most stunning views I've ever seen.
I know that we say this every single video, but yeah, this might be the most incredible walk we've been on.
But like, actually.
Actually, yeah, I think it's going to be hard to top this, but then watching the next video now, we're going to be like, this is amazing.
That is steep.
I don't think it's even a path. It's weird because like the path has led us here, but it doesn't look like a path. It looks, yeah, it looks tough.
Like your coat.
I feel like I need like a long coat to just blow in the breeze and I'll look like some sort of preacher man.
Preacher man. You just keep your centre of gravity low to the floor, everything's fine.
I think it's fine.